Can someone explain what's going on here to me? Some unelected officials are walking into some of the most sensitive networks in our country and apparently plugging in hard drives and doing what? So, a few weeks after the US Treasury is hacked by China, and then a few weeks later, we let go of the entire cybersecurity review board that was investigating that hack. And then a few days later, we go in with a bunch of hard drives and pull out a bunch of data out of those same payment systems. The systems that are usually limited to just a few staff members because of how sensitive that information is. So even if you work at the Treasury, you do not have access to these systems because it contains personal information about all Americans, or at least millions of Americans who receive payments from the federal government. Senator Wyden always calling out cybersecurity risk, calling out this one as a massive conflict of interest, and access to these systems is creating a giant national security risk. He goes on to say it's unusual to be granting access to these sensitive systems to an individual with significant business interests in China. Listen, I don't like to be touting any weird conspiracy things here, but this is a weird one. I'm hearing reports of people trying to deny them access because of how sensitive it is, and they're being relieved of their positions, and law enforcement's being called on them. I'm seeing stuff about hard drives getting plugged in. What does that mean? Are they taking copies of it? What are they doing with these hard drives? It's really weird to just say oh, they walked in with hard drives. Between taking copies of this and then removing all sorts of websites off the internet that people are furiously taking copies of right now to save offline, I don't know what's going on this week.